Here's to those of us who are starting over. Me at 33, a spectacular breakdown. I quit running when my legs folded under me, a glorious collapse on a sunny Friday afternoon. I am keeping all my thoughts close now, little round pink wonders that shimmer and hum in the amber light of this plastic bottle. Here's to listening to the same sad song over and over again until it becomes my brittle heart's mantra, seeking the right questions in order to hope to stumble into some small hidden thicket of peace. Oh, I've had to sacrifice my pet fears, stiff-backed Sundays of consequence, retribution, and all the little niceties we disguise our shame in and parade down red carpeted aisles. And of course, the suburban death sentence, the tiny O's of pink lips pressed against the window. There are only my arms to carry them and no one to carry me. Here's to you. And every bit of 17 that you are, it will not last long. Here's to the me I see in your smile, the revolving wheel of history in which you repeat my mistakes but add your own flavor and bake the biggest meal of regret. You will have no choice but to sit down at this table, and no matter how your belly grows and pushes you back towards the wall, you will have to keep your mouth open and keep forking in the days, hours, and years. Here's to you, my beautiful child, and all the might have beens that are nothing more to you than discarded fortune cookie predictions. Here's to you at 24, my half-orphaned friend, and all the debt of damaged lives you pile up in the name of grief. Shake the dreams from your cloudy head. They will only break your heart. Now is the time to memorize all the names of loss. I will compose them in a want ad, publish it in a newspaper, then use it to coax some new bird into a golden cage. Here's to you, my pretend love with your fairy tale hair, pronouncing that the equation of love has nothing to do with logic. You, Mr. Arrogant, with your head shake of contradiction and condescension. You, my trucker philosopher, who spent a year eating up yellow lines and forgotten hours. There wasn't enough road between here and there to fill the empty cavity that waits for your withered heart to sprout new life. Here's to you, my manic-depressive middle-aged sister. I like the head-scratching boast of introducing you as my bipolar Presbyterian minister. You shared your insomnia with me. At a million greasy breakfasts, you let me roll down the hill behind your house in a drunken stupor. You who spent your 20s traveling the world and your 30s exploring the geographical madness of your own brain, you are my mentor through this new territory of hospitals and therapists armed with yellow notepads, advising me to emphasize the thoughts of suicide if I wanted an all-expenses-paid trip. Here's to you, my green-eyed girl with children at your feet and a monster in your bed. Here's to all those times he made you feel like a whore, but you hid your secret heart in some dark, sticky place and kept it alive on the smallest scraps of hope, feeding it the daily mantra, we will not die here. Here's to learning how to tiptoe into the other room, to cry while he slept soundly, and project yourself into some fabled land of what-ifs. Here's to you, my wide-eyed wonderland, and all the many misgivings we must learn to ignore. Here's to you and all the mysticism of the past, the way we glorify our adventures and conveniently forget their wretched ends. Here's to you and all the futures we are imagining with all the ambition of a blazing blue day in late spring under the influence of wispy clouds and the late afternoon sun that golden tips the leaves of ever-patient oaks. Here's to all my discarded selves, displayed on some trophy rack of survival, devoted to the shifting through the dirt, to catalog and analyze all my many mistakes. Here's to losing the map, so that I may learn this new territory with a pure heart. Here's to not knowing how I arrived at this juncture of despair and anger, and learning to take in the scenery and open my eyes to the beauty of small things. Here's to waking up at 33, being reborn, and aching with wonder. Sort of the whole theme of the show is the idea that sometimes the paths we choose in life take us places we never intended for them to take us. But it's kind of about learning to really love the journey and look around and appreciate what you can learn from all of that. And that's the opening piece of the show. The next piece is called Polaroid Fades, and this is dedicated to Beth, wherever she is tonight. Polaroid fades, like the moments in time we seek to capture, willfully chaotic or carefully posed, details slowly dissolve into a wash of greening remembrance. Like everything beautiful to be found in this life, the quest is to preserve it. The question is how to make it stay. And the answer is, it doesn't. You can't. It won't. Now that you're gone, I replace all your pictures with other faces. I work to forget candlelight shadowed secrets shared during the ice storm. And as placid spring nights are welcomed through open windows, cross-legged on the couch, where we huddled under mountains of blankets for 8 days in December, I sit with my eyes closed and listen to the distant sounds of night traffic. They all blend into one great hum, and I can take comfort in the audible promise that life goes on. After you left, I wore my anger as a life jacket, hoping its bitter buoyancy would protect me against this rolling sadness that tides in on the quiet evening hours. I traced to my eroding heart these words: go, be gone, be forgotten. But the morning always came, and I swallowed 8 years of memories along with my breakfast and my pills, reminding myself to be relieved about all the little annoyances I no longer had to endure. But the emptiness of a more convenient life is no substitute for the comfort of a friend. A year has followed its slow procession back to summer, and I want you to come back to me. I am not done with you, in spite of my many declarations. Our story can't be finished yet. 8 years ago, I was banging on your door after a month of silence. 5 years later, you slept on my couch for 3 weeks after I promised the doctors that I wouldn't try to hurt myself again. You were my sister of choice, my itinerant confessor, my heart who never judged me at my ugliest and most petty. Right now I'm asking for one more pardon. Offer me this one last indulgence. Take my limping pride and bury it deep